I was having some technical difficulties, believe it or not, for those of you that are like, this is the tech queen. That's not what happened. So I was just trying to get on Zoom and it didn't come together. So here we are. Okay. I am recording this. I have the recording happening down here. So, but I'm looking at you here. So it's messing with me. I'm just letting you know. Okay, so today my topic is on, and since I've wasted 6 minutes, I've got to slam you with information on how to keep your business moving through the holidays. And it's gonna be hot and heavy. So you're gonna want a notebook, okay? You're gonna want a notebook and a pen because you're gonna wanna write some things down. So this time of year, what can happen, a lot can happen as far as like holidays coming up and like a lot of things, ladies, but you'll have like, you will slow down, okay? Because it's just the time of year where we slow down or we're too busy. It's one or the other, or maybe a combination of all those things. So can you guys do me a favor? I can't see chat and I would love to be able to see chat. So hold on, I'm gonna pull up, I've got you on my phone. I'm gonna pull it up in here so I can see where we are, okay? Because I'd love to be able to talk back and forth with you. So let me see if I can see myself in the group. So in a second, I'm gonna have you comment and just let me know you're here, okay? I can see that there's 10 of you on. Hi, Cassie, thank you. Okay, I can see myself. Okay, great, okay. And I'm also recording, so this is good. Okay, so this is gonna be recorded. Thank you, Jackie, thank you. Okay, I couldn't see it, so I just wanted to check on that. I have 3 screens going at one time right now. All right, let's get this started, okay? So here's the thing. I'm gonna cover like 5 main topics, okay? I'm gonna do my best to stick to these 5, all right? So first thing we're gonna talk about is the idea of keeping yourself in motion during this time of year. That can be really hard to do. Second thing is we're gonna talk about the all or nothing pattern and how to get out of it, all right? Third thing we're gonna talk about is the power of just 1 booking attempt a day or more. Let's say 1 to 5, but it doesn't matter, 1, okay? I know 1 screen is bad enough. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Jackie. Donna, hi. Yeah, Jackie, I know. I have 3. Well, I shut 1 down, so we're good. Fourth thing I'm gonna cover is some different types of leads you can tap into, whether you're brand new or whether you're seasoned, that you can have to book, okay? Because I'm really passionate about this. Okay, and then number 5 is, let's call it this. How do you hold a power start in December? And let me know, if you've held a power start in December, put a little emoji below. Put that little hand raising emoji. I'll put mine up right here. I've done power starts in December. So I'm gonna talk about that too. So let me start talking so I can get you all this juicy information in my time slot. Okay, so first let's talk about this, okay? So just on your paper, make sure you note like your blinding flashes of the obvious and your aha moments, or like what I like to call flat forehead moments when you're like, oh, like that, okay? Note those, like have a section on your notebook paper for that. So how do we combat this, like what can happen, what I like to call a power stop during the holidays, because we have so many things happening around us. So the idea is, ladies, is to keep it moving, okay? You all, like, I think not you all, not everyone, me, I'll speak for myself, it happens where I have no idea, like all of a sudden it just stops. And it doesn't mean that it's just holidays, it just happens to be that holiday is the excuse to stop, okay? So I'm like the queen of the all or nothing pattern. I'm the president of the club, I'd like to say. So I'm gonna tell you what I do to get out of it. But let me just talk about this moving thing for a moment. Sometimes it's just one thing. It's just one thing that gets you there. But how many of you have, like, give me a comment if you're like, this happens to me. I start and stop and start and stop. This happens, okay? And holidays are coming up and that's a typical time to stop. And isn't it so much harder to start up again once you stopped? It's so much harder. It's like if you stop eating sugar and then you have a little bit of fruit and then it triggers that little sugar monster and you go, boom, let's have ice cream. That's what happens to me. I already did it all. I might as well go all out. All or nothing, right? All or nothing. This pattern is dangerous. It's a dangerous place to be. So let's dive into this a little bit, okay? And by the way, nothing is an action too. Just note that down. Nothing is an action, okay? So let's talk about the all or nothing pattern, bullet number 2. So number 1 is the idea to keep it moving. So just remember, it's all about keeping yourself in motion. And here's a note-taking tip I learned from an expert, like this class I took. Like if you draw your note on your notebook paper down the middle, and on the left-hand side, you're gonna write stuff like, you're gonna write like maybe notes you're taking from me, and on the right-hand side, you're gonna ask yourself questions to trigger more of a brainstorming response. Like, so if I say all or nothing pattern, you can write all or nothing on the left, and on the right, you'd write, what is a way I could come out of the all or nothing pattern? Questions like that, okay? So just as a note-taking tip. Okay, so number 2, all or nothing. So the way out of the all or nothing pattern is to do something, just something, okay? So I'm gonna tell you, I learned this from a coach I had many years ago. And so here's what I did, and I have a challenge for you from this class. And I have so much meaty information to give you, so hang tight here. Hi, Janet. So I'd catch myself in this pattern all the time. And so this is the thing I set up into place for this is I printed out a calendar like this. I'm going to give this to you. I don't know if you can see it. My light is super bright. Okay. It's just a generic calendar. You can get it out of Outlook. You can go into just go Google monthly calendar generic, and they'll pull up a bunch of templates you can totally grab offline. And so what I would do is I would go, okay, I'm just going to do, and I did this, 5 booking attempts a day, just 5. It didn't matter if they answered the phone, it didn't matter. I just said, I'm gonna make 5 calls a day. This was before I started strictly text booking. 5 calls a day, Monday through Friday, like all Monday through Friday for 30 days. And then I would give myself a sticker. So I'd go put myself a sticker on the spot, and I'd be like, yes, I did it. And so this little simple act, okay, it doesn't have to be 5 a day, but the something could be this. Could be 1 call or 1 text to book someone, or it could be 1 text out to say to a customer, I so appreciate your business. Like there was a time, and there's been times in my business where I just feel really insecure and yucky, and I'm just in that place. And so what I'll do is I'll do gratitude calls, and I'll just like call my customer, leave them a message, or text them, or both even. And I'll say, hey, Jackie, you know what? I just wanted you to know how much I appreciate you being my customer and supporting me all this time. I can't even say how grateful I am to you. I'm super grateful for you in my life. Thank you so much. No expectation, no selling call, nothing. I would do a gratitude call, and it would instantly pull me out of the all or nothing pattern. And yes, a lot of times, because I'd be calling them, they'd be like, can I get some stuff? I mean, it wasn't my intention. I was going about it like I just wanted to snap myself out of it and get energy moving. And so this is one of the greatest things you can do. And let me tell you, okay, which is going to take me right into my 3rd bullet point, because these other ones are really beefy, okay? It's the power of just 1 contact a day, okay? I pulled some numbers, and I'm going to give you some generic things to kind of tell you. And my challenge for you is this, okay? Starting, what's today? It's Friday. Let's say starting Monday. If you want to start today, great. Give me an overachiever, okay? Starting Friday, you can, if you start for October, I'm sorry. So I would say you could start October, but I would start Monday, okay? So print out your September calendar, October, November, December. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go, okay, I'm just gonna do, you get to pick your number, okay? You're gonna pick 1 or more. I would say 1 to 5. If it feels like a lot to you, don't do it. Do 1 less. Ooh, write that down, because then you energetically feel great about doing it, and it's not too much. But here's what you say subconsciously to your mind when you set this goal. You say, I'm just going to do 2 or more. So if you do 2, then if you do more, great. But if you did 2, you're good. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? So whether you're going to call or text, I would say if you're going to do just 1, you should call and text. Yes, Lydia, gratitude calls are such a blessing. Try it. I would make it a regular habit, to be honest. It's really, really cool. So pick your number. Like I said, pick it within within like your energetic feel. Turn my light down here, it's a little bright. And then do this through the end of December. Now, a couple of exceptions, ladies. You can pick if you want to do every day all week. That's fine. I did Monday through Friday. I like to take Saturdays off, and I typically do appointments on Sundays. So make your thing work. If 5 days a week could mean Tuesday through Sunday, right? Like it doesn't, or Tuesday through Saturday, something like that. You get to pick the days. Make it 5 days a week. Make it one or more attempts, okay? And to book. This is a booking challenge, okay? And then have your calendars. And if you do it 5 days a week through the end of December, with the exception of holidays and stuff, I'm going to promise you your director will give you a prize. She doesn't know I said that, but she does now. Because you will have something built up that most consultants probably don't have, which is called consistency. And then you'll have momentum from consistency. And you know what happens when you build momentum? It takes way less effort to keep going. So let me give you just an example, okay? If you did one call a day for a month, okay? If you did a call, just to be clear, if you called and texted, you would get 1 in 5 bookings. That's what you would get, 1 in 5, okay? And then you would have, what would that be? I figured it out right here. You'd have like 1 new booking a week. Doesn't sound like a lot. So also watch out for the not enough thought process here. Watch out for that little guy, because that's dangerous, because this compound effect. So you ready for this? So let's say, oh, by the way, you guys, I'm going to tell you a little something, little sidebar here. Let's say, okay, like 3 hold of the 5. But let me tell you what, with virtual appointments, and I'm going to tell you what I say to make mine hold. I have like a 98% hold rate with virtual appointments, where I send samples out to them and we book a Zoom or a FaceTime chat. 98%, I bet you, okay? So Jackie says she would love to give you a gift if you did that. I will give, I mean, girl, I'm telling you, right, Jackie? Amazing. It would be compound effect, true consistency happening. So back to what I'm saying is that, what was I saying? Somebody remind me. Hang tight, it's there. Dang it, no, it doesn't matter. Oh, 98% hold rate. I will tell you what I say. I'm going to get into that in this training, okay? So here's what I want you to know though. Like if you had 5 new bookings, and let's say 3 held, I'll just be conservative and say 3 held and 2 didn't. That's not quite my numbers, but if you're doing virtual, in my opinion, way better hold rate. You're going to have at least 3 new faces if they're just facials, but you're probably going to have more because it's going to be more. You're probably going to sell at least $200 or more, right? Like 3 faces. I say about $70 a face in my world. So I mean, it's gonna keep coming in. And I share the opportunity with as many people as possible. So you're gonna probably have 3 sharing appointments. You might have a new team member out of 3, but remember 1 in 5, right? And then you're gonna get into the next month, and you probably had a couple bookings for that carry over into the next month. So you did it again. Now you've got 5 new bookings plus 2. Now you've got 7. Okay. And then you keep working full circle the way your directors taught you to work. Share the opportunity, sell, share the second appointment option. You're probably going to have a couple more appointments carry over. And so you're going to have like probably 3 or 4 carry over, because now you've got more appointments that you're booking from. And then it's going to keep compounding. So you can end up having December set up strong. Do you see how like October is working to set up November and December? Okay. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Just from 1 contact a day. 1. Everyone that's watching this has time to do 1 text or call or both a day. It takes at the most 5 minutes, at the most, okay? So just something to ponder, okay? Now, let's talk about this. Number 4, lead types you can call. So ladies, here's the thing. I think the most important skill isn't, it's these 2 things. These 2 things don't work in your business. Nothing else works without these 2 skills. Let me just say it that way. Nothing else works without these 2 skills. So number 1 is booking. If you don't know how to book and you haven't mastered the skill, you don't have a way to meet people. You don't have a way to get referrals. You don't have a way to meet your new team members. Everybody agree with that? Second one is having people to call, right? Having leads to call. Okay, so I'm going to give you just a couple of examples that for seasoned and new consultants. So if you're a new consultant, okay, your first place to go is that pretend wedding list of people in your life that you know. Jackie, did you miss number 3? What did I say it was? I'm so glad you pointed it out. Oh, the power of one booking attempt a day was number 3. So thank you. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to mention it. It's all in my super crazy notes here. You see this? Okay. Number 4 is what we're on now. So it's types of leads. Okay. So 1 is the people you know. Okay. And if you've gone through the people you know, then another resource you can do, and I think this still falls under the category of people you know, is go through your social media. Okay, and look at people you're acquaintances with. Who do you know on there that maybe you haven't talked to in a while, or that you want to know, or that you would love to facial? And I'm going to give you a script right now, and I will give this I will make this script available to you. I have to type it up. I wrote these out yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'm really good at this script writing thing. So, but here's the thing: don't go to people. Don't go to people you don't necessarily know. Go to people you know, you've met, you've spoken with. Those are going to be better contacts. And it's going to be more energetically great for you. So here's a script you can use, okay? And feel free to, if you're watching this later, pause and write this down. You're way better. You're going to absorb it better if you pause it and write it down versus taking it from me just as a note, okay? So here's an example. Here's the script. Hey, Holly, I've been afraid to ask you this because I don't want to be that girl, in quotes. But I was wondering if you'd be up for a free virtual beauty session with me. It's where I send you a customized skincare sample packet or color packet, and we jump on video chat where I teach you the how-tos. I'm looking to practice and get better at this. Could I pretty please borrow your face? That's it. There's your script. And that could be used on your pretend wedding list and on Facebook people. If you're like, oh, I like her. I wonder if she'd help me, you know? So both those scripts can be used for both of those scenarios, okay? Put some emojis in there, make it fun. Get, emojis. Without emojis, we all think we're yelling at each other. So please use emojis, okay? The second, so for seasoned consultants and even for all consultants, another great place to go that I'm tapping into, because my main source of my business is referrals. Like I'm bomb at referrals. I just know how to rock referrals. So is your birthday and anniversary list inside of InTouch. Like, how many of you are seasoned and you have a ton of people in there and you have their birthdays and their anniversaries from the profile card, right? So go through that, pull them out, and send them this, okay? And this is not my script. I tweaked it a little bit. I have to give credit to sales director Debbie Salmon. She lives in Colorado. She gave this to me, and I was like, I'm going to start sending them this stuff. So, and Jackie, I will give you the script, I promise. So it says, hey, Jackie, I hope this text finds you healthy and prospering. Heart emoji, okay? In honor of your birthday month, as a VIP customer, you get a deluxe birthday virtual beauty package from me. Would you like for me to send you the details quick? Now, just a side note on booking scripts, always finish with a question, okay? Always finish with a question. I'm trying to see how long I'm on, you guys. I want to watch my time here. I don't have much time. So, and then she's going to come back with yes or no. And then you're going to say, is this something you would enjoy? So hold on. Let me get to my next page here. I have the whole thing for you. I have the whole thing. So ladies, if you haven't used text replacement, set up your text replacement. My whole booking system is tight. Like, it's tight. I wish I could show it to you. I'd be like, oh, it's so amazing. I don't have time to give it all to you in this Facebook Live. Okay, so she says yes, she wants the details, okay? And the reason I like asking, would you like the details, is I'm asking for permission to converse with her, and I'm creating more trust that way, because we too often assume we know what people are thinking, and that's not cool. That makes people feel unsafe. When you assume they want it, when they haven't said they want it yet, do you know what I'm saying? I'm just really touchy about that. So here's in my text replacement, what will be in my text replacement that I have in place for everything, for details, okay? And if you don't know what text replacement is, in an Android or an iPhone, I have an iPhone, you can go into your keyboard settings inside your settings and tell it this keyword, when I type it in, populate it with this phrase, okay? So then I don't have to keep retyping the whole phrase, ladies. This makes booking so much easier. So my text replacement for this is going to be B, the letter B, deets, D-E-E-T-S. And then when I type that in, this phrase will come up. It says, okay, cool, you have options. Spa treatment, glamour, masking, or dash out the door. 30 minutes or so. First, we set up a time that works for you and I. Then I send you a customized sampler swag bag. We hop on video chat and play. Oh, and PS, if you need anything, you get 20% off for your birthday. And if you have 3 friends join you, you get 40% off. Everything's free, no obligation. What do you think? And I do 20/40. You can pick what you want. My VIP customers, that's what I offer them. But this is fun because it adds another funnel of people you can be booking that maybe you're not in contact with, and it's birthdays and anniversaries. So the more you're out there doing faces, the more you're collecting birthdays and stuff, and it's really fun and people like it. So next step, you book a date, right? So then, sweet, here's my response. Sweet, here are some times I have coming up. 9, so this is important, like really copy this down. So I don't say what works for you. I think we've all heard that before, but in case you haven't, you don't say to the person you're booking what works for you. You say, here are some days and times I have coming up, and you offer them specific days and times. And I usually give 3, and then I say which one works better for you. And then she picks a date, and then I'm moving right through it. Do you see what I'm talking about? So I rarely get the, oh, this doesn't work, or I'm busy. I don't get that because I'm giving them specific times and days, okay? And then, okay, I use a Google form that has the whole thing. It's the pre-profile questions. I also have that in text replacement, and I go boom, and I shoot it to her, and she gets my Google form, and she fills it out and has her address and everything and all of that stuff in there. And inside there, ladies, I gotta tell you this in my last few minutes here. I'm almost done, I promise. I was having technical difficulties. I want to tell you my script for what I say to make it hold. And it's really working for me. You can tweak it to how you think it would work for you. But in one of my questions in my Google form, it says this. I'm just pulling it up. I should have had it up, but I wasn't quite ready. So hang tight. This is what it says. This is super important. All right. It says, okay. I mail the supplies complimentary. Please note that while I have no problem sending everyone a beauty packet, please respect me by honoring your commitment to being on the Zoom web chat at the appointment day and time that you committed to. I understand that things come up as life happens. If you are unable to attend last minute, there are 3 options. 1, book another time, scheduling within 24 hours of canceling to have your beauty session. 2, mail the samples back to me unopened, unused, and I provide my address. Or 3, place an order on my website for $20 or more. You get to choose. Thank you in advance for respecting me and understanding, and I have them agree to it. There's a yes, no, yes, I agree, no, I disagree. And it says, yes, I agree, thank you for your commitment. I disagree, I'm not able or willing to make the commitment. And then I put in parentheses, thank you for your honesty. And I think that's why I have a 98% hold rate. I've only had 3 people over the last 6 months, maybe even only 2, completely ditch me. So is that better than my in-person? Yes, very much so. Okay, let's see what I can give you in a minute here. So I hope that helps you in booking, ladies, I really do. Number 5, okay, here's the thing. It's, okay, I didn't know what to call this, but let's call it how to hold a power start in December. I've already kind of covered this. I want you to really focus on like keeping your consistency with this calendar. Keep this forever. Print 12 of these out when the new year starts and rock it out. Give one a day. It's going to create a compound effect. It really is. Okay. Keep booking 1, 2, or 3 a day. Here's the other thing. This is my closing. Christmas is only 2 days. Thanksgiving is only really 1. Okay. And so plan your time, know yourself, honor yourself, pick now when your holidays are going to be. I know this is a very different time. We are in a pandemic. It's not a joke. It's serious. And you got to honor and respect what's going to happen with your family. Personally, I'm really okay with the fact that that I'm going to have a break from my in-laws. Just saying, I'm okay with it. They get me all those holidays. My family is not like as my family wasn't traditionally Christian, so it's more of gathering with them, so it wasn't super important that we had it on Christmas. But I love them. I'm happy for the break. What I'm trying to say is that Christmas is only 2 days. If you want to drop the Christmas cards, drop the Christmas cards. If you want to not bake the cookies this year because they stress you out, don't bake the cookies. Give yourself permission to let something go if it's too much. And especially now, because we have different stressors on us than we've had in the past. It's just the facts. It's a different kind of stress. So, and let me just tell you, in my first full year in Mary Kay, I was on target for my car, okay? Yes, Jackie, I know. I was on target for my car. So I started in November of 2000, the end of November 2003. And then that following November, I was on target for my car. So I was on target in December as well. And in that first week of December, I recruited a gal because I was doing parties and facials because I never stopped booking. And I had my production in because she came in as a Diamond Star consultant in the first week. So I had my car production 90% done in the first week of December. And I finished with over 5,000 or 6,000 in production for December because I was still working. So what can tend to happen is, like, you'll get, like, in December, you'll have the first 2 weeks filled up. Okay, maybe the first week the most. Okay, so you'll have more cancellations and stuff that month. But the first week, people aren't quite there. They're not quite in holiday mode, right? Like they're still shopping, still doing their thing. And now everybody's home, not shopping as much. And then the last week after, I could do a power start in that last week because I booked so consistently that I'd slam it into the last week of December. And college students were my favorite because they were home and they had nothing to do. So college students, and when I lived in the metro, I happened to be in groups of people that were culturally different, so they didn't celebrate Christmas. And I was having, like, great parties, even, like, on Christmas Eve. Like, you just don't know, right? So if you keep booking, expand yourself, open up your mind, know that more than a power start can happen in December. It's happened for me plenty of times, and people will sign up in December. And you can keep it simple by just doing one a day. And then you'll feel amazing going into January because those 3 months of activity will set you up for a boom in January, and your new year will kick off like you've never had it kick off. So, and that's what I've got today. I've got to stop talking. I apologize for the lateness and the getting on. So everybody have an awesome day. I will give you some information. If you have questions, tag me below, Bessa Regan. Tag me below. I'll answer them, and I'll help out as much as I can. Okay? Bye, ladies.